what's your objection to the age gaps?
I mean, maturity, you know.
Maturity.
Like with your example, a 30-year-old and a 20-year-old, you know, the mind doesn't stop developing until you're 25, you know, the frontal lobe, per se. And I feel
Erroneous!
I mean, that's a fact. You know, your mind doesn't stop developing until you're 25, realistically. So a 20-year-old dating a 30-year-old, she's still learning what it is to even be a young lady. She transitions to a girl to now an adult, but an adult and a young lady
we're not talking about transgenders.
Are two.
She didn't transition to a girl. I mean,
she converted.
She converted
to a girl.
You mean she was always a female? She was a female.
Yeah, I mean,
she's a female.
I mean, yeah. So you have a girl turning into a woman, turning into a young adult.
At 18, that occurred, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, but you know what I mean. Like a young lady. Like there's transitions a woman has to go through, and if you catch her when she literally between 18 and 21 or whatever,
catch her.
You know what I mean?
She's fucking Pokemon or something.
If you find her between 18 and 21, I feel like there's a lot of developing she has to do, like to wrap her head around. Those years, her upcoming 20s is a lot to process because they could still be in college, they could still be yeah, I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of things a girl has to experience when she's 20 that
more dick. What do you mean? What does she have to experience?
Life.
What?
Her mental capacity, her emotional, how to handle her emotions. Because a 30-year-old man, he's working. A 30-year-old man is investing. A 30-year-old man is getting his life together and wanting things. For example, children in the next 2-3 years, and they're requiring that from a young girl who hasn't wrapped her head around having children yet. But because she's with a 30-year-old man,
what would be wrong with her having kids within 2 or 3 years?
Because she could be doing other things,
like
traveling,
like what?
Like traveling, going into her career,
casual sex, career.
I'm naming other things, like excelling more into her schooling, whether that's a master's or a bachelor's degree, experiencing.
Why can't she do that in a relationship?
She still can. She still can.
So what's your question? Oh, are you asking her that?
Yeah, I'm asking her that.
She still can.
Yeah, she can still do that stuff in a relationship.
Right, but I mean, that has a lot of things to do. There's a lot of things on her plate. And a 30-year-old man who even has the time to entertain a woman might need more from that girl. That he might support her going to school, but you know, I don't know the 30-year-old man, but he's pursuing maybe a family and marriage, and she's doing this. She's not thinking about family marriage.
A 20-year-old in college, right? So you're like you're in college campus, and a 30-year-old man is like what on Fifth Avenue and Wall Street with his job,
if she's
with his like finance career.
If a 20-year-old is with a man, she might develop wants of marriage, wants of being in a relationship, wants of having kids, especially if she has that influence on her. I feel like a 30-year-old man is very influential when it comes to career, when it comes to financial decisions, when it comes to marriage, when it comes to different things. And I feel like that's unnecessary pressure to put on a 20-year-old who's still starting out in life as a young adult.
But don't you feel the same about the man? Like a 20-year-old man is just starting life.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? They're still learning. So if they're still learning, are they really capable of being in a relationship?
I mean, they could. I mean,
like, are they really
like a 20-year-old and a 20-year-old?
Like,
yeah.
When you hear about people,
they're studying together, they're creating goals together. They're not thinking about marriage and kids. Some are, but they're not immediately thinking about, oh my gosh, after we study, do you want to like have a kid right now?
Your days don't add up. At 30 years old, you're like in a job and career. At 20 years old,
family.
You're partying on campus.
Trying to have a kid.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's not gonna work.
So dating somebody that's 20 and then he's 20.
You guys are doing it together.
I know, but
it's like the time, like the mental state.
That's like
the mental state.
The time where he's gonna be outside. He's gonna
with him, with you.
That's acceptable.
With you?
Basically,
nah.
In the 20s, they're outside with the boys.
No, they're outside
but
with the boys. I don't think they'll be outside with you. Is what I'm saying. So when they're young, they cheat. Like, it just is what it is.
So what he's saying is a 30-year-old dating that 20-year-old. Do you think she's ready to date a 30-year-old?
I think if she wants to.
The day-to-day.
If she wants to, for sure, but it hinders her from actually living.
I think it benefits her more.
It hinders her from what?
Living and learning what it is to be young adult.
But you just said she would learn more.
He could teach her something.
She could.
Like, learn more. That's a good argument. Wouldn't she learn more?
But a 30-year-old man is not hanging around with 20-year-old girl and her friends smoking pot and doing
a lot of 30-year-olds I know would.
like going to college bars. A 30-year-old man,
how creepy would it be if a 30-year-old man goes up to a college campus?
Yeah, no, you're right.
That's
fucking weird.
A girl.
What's
It's
weird?
weird.
How weird would it be if a 30-year-old man rolling up to a 20-year-old's campus is like, oh yeah, I'm dating the girl on campus? That's weird. That's weird.
Like, probably shouldn't be like trolling at a fucking college party.
Well, that was your question.
But,
30 and 20.
No,
I mean, they're gonna be on campus.
30 and 20.
Yeah, 30 and 20.
dating.
But it doesn't mean that he's like hanging out at the college campus trying to meet.
Yeah, he can
it's
pick
like
her up at her
if they,
dorm.
what if she slides into his DMs?
I mean, like I said, it happens. It's possible. Do I frown upon it? Yes, because it just hinders the young lady from doing things that she can learn.
Doing
and do.
what? Doing what though?
I listed them for you, Brian. Learning, traveling,
You
if
have
she
something on
wanted
this?
to.
Yeah, because like no one has that much control or power to tell you what would hinder you or not. It's you are in control of yourself. But if you say he is influencing, maybe, but every individual is different. Like if they were to say they were growing up in a household where they are actually taking care of their brother and sister, they were forced pretty much to mature early,
right.
So they're more independent. They would not be easily steered away. So everybody's kind of different. Like at this point, I don't think it matters with the age, to be honest.
Right. I think it's about lifestyle. So if a 30-year-old has everything figured out, he's financially stable, he's mature, and he's like, I'm supporting you doing this, but you should drop out, and I'll take care of you. Imagine a grown man saying, I'll take care of you, I'll pay for this, I'll pay for that, because you're probably not even making money when you're in college. So if a man is trying to be in your life, I'll take care of you, and you see that he is, that might stop you from pursuing your education because you have that influence. So
I think it's a specific type of relationship,
because
it just depends on the 30-year-old and it depends on the 20-year-old. But I feel like they have so much not in common that it might fall into something that's negative rather than positive.
How old are you again?
Yeah, I'm 27.
Okay. I'm just saying from my experience, I'm in my 30s. I'm still trying to figure my shit out.
Right.
So,
I mean, same for me. When I was 19,
so
and this
not
guy was
everybody
28,
in their 30s
he was like,
know what they want to do.
Why do you party so much? Why do you smoke so much? Why do you always want to go out? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? You are 28 wanting me to act like a 28-year-old.
Not all,
necessarily.
Not all 20-year-olds.
I mean, from my personal experience.
Not all 20-year-olds are smoking weed and being degenerate and partying.
Right,
and
but
all that shit.
some are and some are not. Some are doing other things.
It would probably be a mismatch if he's not into that.
Right, but I mean, even some 20-year-olds who are in college still live with their parents, and they would frown upon them with a 30-year-old picking up their child.
Maybe, yeah, sure.
Some of them, yeah. I mean, any father,
But here's a question for you, because like a lot of younger women complain about all the fuck boys, and none of these guys want a commitment. They don't want to be in a relationship. Like, I do wonder sometimes, like, I could see as a parent, like, oh, you might have concerns or might find it icky or whatever if like your 20-year-old daughter was dating a 30-year-old guy. Mm-hmm. But like, assuming the 30-year-old guy had good intentions and he wanted a long-term relationship and he treated her well, wouldn't that be a superior scenario versus like she's just like going to college parties and fucking a new guy, like a guy her age, but fucking a new guy every single week?
Right. So
like, wouldn't it be superior to date the older guy who wants commitment?
Right. Which I understand. Yeah. I get that. But with the age gap that you told me, which was 30 and 20.
Sure. Yeah.
Me, I would say personally, the age gap for me that I don't frown upon is 7 and down. So 7 years apart is acceptable with everything that you said of them teaching them. As long as they're 7 years apart, I said there's no problem with it. But I feel like 10 years is a decade. You know? So I feel like there's a
decade.
Lot. Is that wrong?
That's right.
Yeah, so I would say 7 years.
10 years is a decade.
I think my cutoff is. Wait, hold on. I gotta be careful. Wouldn't it be like
12 years?
Wait. If they don't remember 9/11.
They're too young.
Wait, if they don't?
If they weren't born.
They're too young. They don't remember 9/11.
If they don't remember 9/11.
Born after.
So that would make them like 25? Would that be 25? Is that
2001?
I wasn't born yet.
Would that be 20? I don't know. What's the
I think it'd be 24.
23.
20.
So okay, 2001.
September. Yeah.
So if you're like, you start like having memories at 5 years old. If you're hold on. So that'd be like 5 plus 20. So like 26? Is that 25, 26?
I think
Yeah.
It'd be 23 if it was
24,
2001.
25.
Yeah, but he said 5 years old, you have memories of it, so you have to add that.
Okay, I see.
97, 98, 99, 2000. Yeah, I was born 97, so I was 5 when it happened.
Yeah.
Her age, that's the cutoff.
Okay. All
So